Yo, it's good, guys. Making this a little bit late. This is actually going to be yesterday's, but it's going up on Saturday today. I had a really long shift at work, and I pounded back like 3 of these monsters at my work shift, and I absolutely crashed when I came home. I had an alarm set for 8 o'clock to make this video, and I totally didn't wake up till this morning, so sorry about that. But yesterday was actually a really good day. I mean, you can see here I did take a loss, but technically speaking, I did actually take a $400 win. Um, I lost $1,200 in Asia session before this, and that was on 5 trades. I only took 5 yesterday, and I went over that in the last recap. I'm not going to go over that again, but I got smoked in Asia session, and as you can see, I took a few fat losses, and this session was realistically just these 5 trades. So overall, plus 400 on the day, as we are down about 1250, give or take. And it was a pretty good day, but there was a lot of stop hunts. And it was NFP. And I did full port my other accounts, and they're gone. Because NFP kind of shot up and then went right down. So everyone full porting that got smoked. There was no winning that, and it's just how it went. But now we're just down to 2 accounts, which is fine. Yeah, so we had all this at 5:30, and that was kind of the draw for the day, to be honest. As you can see, we had this 4-hour gap, and this was very crucial for most of my trades. All the ones I actually won were based off this, and where this 7 o'clock candle closed, you can see we jumped up right off of that. But what my real target was for today was this right here, this 5:30 a.m. data high. And you can see we kind of edged it a few times, and that led me to getting not full take profit a few times. But coming into the session, we had swept this low, and I took a trade right basically at market open. We had swept that low, and we're tapping into this 4-hour gap. Just gonna get rid of that quickly. And I know it's not a crazy big one, but we did have this 1 minute here. We inverse that, and we were respecting this gap. So as soon as we respected this gap after the sweep and market opens, I decided to take a long right up here, like 2 minutes before market open. And this stop loss was right below this gap. I got stopped out there. I was targeting way high on this. I was targeting all the way to the data highs. Shouldn't have really tried to bottom ticket, but as you can see, I got absolutely dicked on this. We come down, stop hunt, take these lows out, but we disrespect the gap. And this was just a manipulation leg, and then that's when we get the real push up. So this ended up being a $600 loss. Good trade. We had that New York PM sweep. We're tapping into a 4-hour gap, and we had all these 15-minute gaps to target above and the data highs. And everything was super bullish in my eyes today. This was a good trade. It's just like classic price action this month to get stopped out just like that, and then it runs to full TP. Kind of annoying, but that was the first trade. That was minus 600. So at this point, I'm down 1,800 on the day, which is fucking crazy to me, but I really messed up in Asia session. But at this point, I still have a very strong bullish bias, and I re-entered on this candle right here after we inversed this gap now, and we swept out these lows, and now we'd inverse this big gap, and we tap back into it, and my stops were down here. I left them a little bit lower this time. Again, same target. That's all I wanted for today was these data highs, and this one stopped me out right here It was actually like right there, break even. Basically, it was minus $60 after fees and all that crap. But we went all the way up this far in profit, and then I came all the way down, break even on this trade. And again, as soon as I get out, what do? We run right to TP. So again, kind of annoying, but now we're down 660 on the day. And I'm still looking for longs because we were still respecting this bullish 1 minute gap here. We never closed below it. And I shouldn't have gone break even there, but with all these getting inversed and the fact that we were tapping into this 15-minute gap and respecting it here, I went break even. I didn't want to lose more. I was already down 1,800 and it kind of boned me. But I did get in on another long, and then this one finally hit. So I got in after this inversion now on this candle right here. And this one was a pretty big win that kind of saved my ass, to be honest. So I got out right there. My take profit was obviously there to begin with, but I got out on this candle. And this one was good. I mean, this one did exactly what I wanted it to do. We tapped back into this gap. And the reason I was still super bullish, because you can see this is the 7 o'clock candle right here. And we had still closed above this gap because you can see we were wicking below it. And this candle ended up closing above it. And as soon as it did that, we skyrocketed. There was also, I believe, there's a 1 hour gap here that we hadn't tapped into. And this 7 o'clock candle, you can see also inverse this 1 hour bearish gap. So we kind of exploded. And that was all I was really waiting for on this trade. And it actually panned out very well. This was a $920 win. Full TP would have been about 1,000. So that was fine with me. But I still wanted these data highs, and the fact that we didn't take them out here, ES didn't take them out, NASDAQ didn't take them out, was just kind of weird to me, right? So at this point, I'm up about $300 on the day, but I'm actually down 900. So I entered one more long at 8 o'clock, which was right here. And this one, I did not hit full TP either. I kind of exited in profit right on that candle there because I figured we were going to come up and hit the data high, and my stop or my take profit was a little bit further up because we did have this 15-minute I wanted to test as well, and then we had these two gaps up here. So I thought there was potential we could go higher because the higher time frames are all super bullish, and we just didn't really get that explosion. Stopped out TP or in profit for $100 there. And I did take one more trade after that, which was a short. This one was just break even, basically is plus $60. I took a short off this 1 minute inversion after we swept this high. And this was just targeting down to this low here. This would have been about a $600 win. Stops were there. I obviously get the 1 minute inversion after tapping into that 15-minute gap right there. Tap back into it, respect it, entered here, and this one got taken out in profit right there. You can see we got this big wick up, so luckily I got a little bit of profit out of it, but only $20, so basically break even. And it didn't run a TP anyways. It went up back to data highs. So honestly, good day. Price was just, it's just like, why are we not taking this out? Like, all this bullshit, whatever, we were still trading within the 4 hour and 1 hour gap. Obviously, once we disrespect and respect those, we get the big pump up. But this was just bullshit. And obviously, it's a very clear draw, like a data high within a 15-minute gap. don't hit it here, we don't hit it here, and then we finally take it out at like 9 o'clock. So, not the best price action, but not horrible. There was just lots of stop hunts, right? Like, so a day like today, you don't need to be 100% perfect on your timing in the market. You just need to, I don't know, you need to have your draw and stick to it and be confident it's going to get hit and minimize losses. Like, you got to be going break even pretty early on days like today. And you got to really be looking at the higher time frames to make sure we are still aligned with that bias, which we were. So yeah, I ended up minus 850 for the day, which is whatever. We only got 2 accounts going right now, and I'm gonna buy some more at the end of this next week. But for now, I'm just gonna rock with 2 accounts. We got 1 winning day so far, so we could easily get a payout by the end of the next week if price turns back around a little bit. But minus 300 on the week, not bad. It is what it is. Could have been a lot worse, and I'm not gonna be trading Asia anymore. It just, one, it's messing up my schedule. I've not been locked in with my schedule. I need to start hitting the gym consistently again and just getting my shit done, back testing again, and trading Asia's kind of put a fork in that because I'm sitting around waiting for Asia session, right? So, fuck, I just realized my mic hasn't been on this whole time. So, sorry guys, the audio is going to be kind of shit in this video, but whatever. But yeah, next week, we got No News Monday, which will be awesome. I love No News Monday. No News on Tuesday, and then CPI Wednesday. So I haven't been liking how news has been lately. Like I can show you guys on Top Step how this candle played out. It was fucking rough. I lost like $4,000 on those accounts I was full porting, which was crazy. But if you look down on like if we go down to like the 5-second, it'll take me a minute to scroll all the way back there. But this candle right here, like, you can see it came up here. So this candle came up 28 points, which filled my longs, and it filled a lot of people, and then instantly dumps all the way down here, right, which was 130 points. So if you had your limit order a bit higher, like 40 points, you would have banked on this shit, like big time. But I usually do about 30 points, give or take, and obviously you can't get it super accurate because the market's moving and you're trying to adjust it. So I barely got tapped in there. I saw almost everyone on Instagram, the exact same thing happened to them and they got fucking wrecked. So it is what it is, but I don't think I'm gonna try to full port CPI to pass evals. It's not worth it. It's a lot easier to pass them in Asia session, just with high contract size and having a big stop loss. You can easily pass them in Asia session, or even in New York. Like, New York's just had a lot of bullshit wicks lately, so it hasn't been easy doing that. But yeah, I would stay away from news. The past few news events have been like that, where we get that bullshit wick up or wick down and then we run the other way. It's like the market makers are kind of catching on to everyone fucking banking off of news. So be careful if you do that with CPI, but that should be a good day to trade. After no news for the previous 2 days, we should get a very nice data wick and we should have some good price movement that day. And the rest of the week's pretty slow after that. I mean, Friday's got a decent amount of news, but nothing crazy, so should be a good week. And again, I'm sorry about the audio in this video. I literally just realized my mic's not on, which is stupid of me, but yeah, sorry. And I will catch you guys on Monday for the next one. Hopefully we can have a good week. Nasdaq's starting to turn around a little bit, so yeah, if you guys enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one.